What's going on, beautiful people? We are back again with another gem. Hey, man, listen. Got my boy O Meezy, with the TZ Easy. O Meezy. Just if y'all can't see because my face blocking away. Oh, Meezy Easy. Nah, I like his stuff. I could say about him. He does really good breakdowns, and he's very transparent, and he's not one sided to people. He's very. It doesn't matter. Like it's just facts are facts, and that's that. But yeah, he's talking about Fresh and Fit and them hitting an all-time low or whatever. I feel like they've already hit their low, and I don't know how much lower they can go. Degrading women in every way possible. I think Myron is the most annoying one that calls women all kinds of crazy names and things of that nature. But yeah, I don't know. I think they got banned. They got banned on Twitch. They got banned on YouTube. I think I don't know. They got banned everywhere, and I think they're feeding for some money. I don't know, but I feel like they're gonna break up or whatever. But y'all aren't here for that. Y'all are here for the reaction. So let's get into it. Bow.
I'm about to let you in on a little secret. Come closer. No, closer. Closer. Myron is a loser.
Your mom.
Okay. Whoa.
Myron is a loser.
Your mom. It's fine. I'm not a bro.
Fat. You look like shit. Your hair's a wig. Your stomach is jiggling. You look like shit. Here's the thing. They can fuck up. This is murder.
Yeah.
Now, most of you may have seen it was Fight Night on Fresh and Fit, the podcast.
We going.
We don't with the right. I'm gonna knock that pussy up like Fight Night. And anytime that there is some sort of drama, Myron Gaines is gonna take the opportunity to show why he is America's biggest loser. Even though he's not a part of the weight loss challenge, he is America's biggest loser. Walter, whenever you decide to let that go, brother, you know I'll.
Walter's the dark skinned guy. I think Walter should just leave and do his own thing. Like, I don't know why you friends with this Myron, bro. I don't know. I feel like they're two polar opposite personalities on things, and from what I've noticed more recently, like Walter has been more open, and like people would clown him and stuff, but Myron really doesn't try to give him the time of day sometimes when he speaks, because he does speak facts, and it's like, yeah, oh, hear this guy, listen to this guy. It's like, bro, I thought you were my boy. Like, we supposed to be on the same team here. Why are you trying to play in my face? So
pull up a chair right here next to me and we can have a conversation. I'll be willing and ready to have that conversation. Now, that video went viral on the internet and a lot of people had a lot of things to say about it, but Myron wanted to add some context because he felt like he was poorly represented in this situation. For context, this girl kept claiming racism while calling girls on the panel white and bitches for 2+ hours prior to this altercation. She then attacked the girl on my staff while being escorted out, and my staff looked her up. I got in the middle and broke it up despite my staff member having her in a headlock and being able to beat her ass. FL is a stand your ground state. Despite her disrespect, I still saved her from getting her ass whooped, but black women say I'm a racist misogynist. Now, in the world, there are levels to loserdom. You have to kind of rank them accordingly. I think Myron is peak loserdom, up there with like Don Trump Jr. and Elon Musk. I don't know, maybe even Aiden Ross if you ask the right people. But honestly, right below them is the woman in question who got the brakes beat off her because she was so loud and so proud about her efforts being on the Fresh and Fit platform.
The baddest one you'll ever see. Just like Dochi said, they never seen the black bitch coming, man. We're ready for this tonight, y'all. Get ready.
Now, it's a simple, harmless clip, but really it's the caption that makes...
Can't even lie. It sounded like she was ready to come smoke. Get right. Like, but anyways.
The biggest loser in the room, outside of Myron, of course. She says, this was moments before the BS. The hate some black men have for natural black women is truly insane, or whatever the hell she said. I am truly one of one. Now, obviously, I have no sympathy for this woman at all. I mean, she's just a pawn. She's just a puppet. Why she is lumping all black men categorically into one box by saying the hate that black men have after being on the Fresh and Fit podcast with two known losers, I have no idea. She just wants some internet clicks and validation. But
see, when I say neutral party, bro is always gonna not like facts are facts. Facts are facts, and that's that.
That's why I've got to put her right at the second ring of that loser tier list. Earlier this year, when Aiden Ross invited the young lady that was on the Jubilee video onto their platform in order to do some sort of debate with Nick Fuentes, she humbly declined and said, no, I don't want to be on that platform. And for good reasons. She felt as if it would be counterproductive. It wouldn't lead to any sort of good resolves, good resolutions.
A few days ago, Aiden Ross hit me up and offered me $20,000 to debate Nick Fuentes. I said no for several reasons, but the biggest one is that he's a white supremacist. I feel like this is kind of self-explanatory, but if you engage in a debate with the leader of a hate group, you are legitimizing that as a perspective that should be considered. How am I supposed to have a debate with someone who openly idolizes Adolf Hitler? Like, what are we supposed to talk about, guys? Healthcare? No. No. If you want to disagree with me about policy, that's fine. I don't care. But you can't just like hate people for no reason and expect me to like normalize that. So that's number one. Number two is his fans got really excited about it. Why did they get really excited about it? Because they're a hate group. And what does a hate group need? Something and someone to hate. So essentially, I was being paid $20,000 to provide entertainment for a bunch of
And honestly, I applaud her for that. A lot of times people get on these platforms and are ultimately monkeys for the bigger creator. But in this situation, this loser decided to go on this platform knowing that this would happen, decided to take it to there and ultimately got hands put to her. Now she tries to make this cop out by saying, if you look at her page for 3 seconds, she clearly didn't know who they were. She clearly didn't know what she was invited.
I'm sorry. I honestly hate that I honestly hate that you even went on the show knowing who Fresh and Fit was. Facts. I felt like everyone with common sense could feel that type of interaction coming, especially being a black woman with a brain. Facts. Excuse me. If you're reading my page at all, you can clearly see I didn't know who they were. Cap. Found one of the producers on Threads. Go off though. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Like, come on. And as soon as even in the video that Shawty said, yo, I'm ready for this, y'all. I'm ready. They not seeing me coming. Bro, you knew who they were. And if you didn't know, you did your research and figured out who they were. Like, there's too much around that group for you to not know. So that's just cap.
But this has to be some sort of indictment on people's inability to have any sort of critical thinking skills, do their due diligence or whatever. And this is why when people end up in the situations they end up in, I have little to no sympathy. What do you mean you did no research on these guys? You're telling me somebody entered your DMs, texted your phone, or emailed you and said, hey, do you want to be on this podcast for several hours? And you decided to just wing it and go? Look, I know that podcasting can seem like it's the biggest thing in the world and you probably have nothing going on with your life, but you can't be that stupid. Would you ever go to a job interview without knowing who the job is? Now, I've seen this before on many different platforms. We've seen rappers go on platforms and they are uncomfortable because they don't know the specifics of the platform, but ultimately I blame them and their team. Now, this woman in this situation was probably lying because people dug up dirt and said, hey, how did you know that Asian Dog got kicked off of their platform? But this is neither here nor there. The bigger question is, why continue to go on Fresh and Fit? The only reason why is because you seem to be like Fresh and Fit. As people dug deeper into her tweets on her page where she is claiming to hate black people, calling herself the female Uncle Ruckus, and dividing the diaspora even wider, it seems that she is more Myron.
She said this a couple days ago. Yo, wait, now what? Shorty is crazy.
Than we once believed. More like a Myronette or Myronetta. I don't know, Myronite, whatever you want to call her. And I don't want to make this video too much about her. Clearly, she is a basket case. I mean, anybody who willingly participates to go on that show and provide content for these people literally are showing and telling you that they don't have any sort of sense at all. But let's shimmy back up on the loser totem pole and talk about the lead loser himself, Myron. See, Myron is a guy who champions authenticity. He wants people to be held accountable and often criticizes and chastises women who don't know how to take accountability for their actions. But his own behavior reveals a big double standard that Myron can't get behind. You see, when faced with criticism or being challenged of his own actions, Myron does the same thing that these 304s do that he claimed: deflect, gaslight, and ultimately not take accountability for it. And hell, even sometimes when the rubber has to meet the road, he's
Zoinkaronis.
gonna come with straight up alpha male aggression.
Speak for yourself.
Who are you talking
Your
to?
mother is a bitch. Speak for yourself.
Yeah, listen, you
Your show.
How about you get your fat ass up and get the fuck out of here? Get the fuck out of here. How about that, bitch? And ratchet ass Caribbean host think you can come in here and run the shit the way you want. Go shake your ass downstairs like the fucking hook that you are, bitch.
When women get worked up, they are snowflakes, they're soft, they're sensitive. And when he gets worked up, he's the big dog. He's the top guy, and it's valid when he does it. People oftentimes cite that DJ Academics only turns up on women, but literally they should be pointing the fingers at Myron. Do y'all remember the time that Myron pulled the yappa out on somebody? I'm talking about the strap. I'm talking about that piece. This is Allende from Authentic Alpha's YouTube. Used to work for Fresh and Fit, you know, arrange guests, bring people on, etc., etc. And of course, was tasked with handling things, aka kicking women out when they got really disgruntled. Ultimately, they had their disagreements and he was let go. But one day, he pulled up on Myron and Walter at the Fresh and Fit pod and said, let's handle things. Come outside and let's talk about it like a man. Now, when I say come outside and talk about it like a man, of course, I obviously mean fight with fists. I think a lot of men know that.
Baby? What the hell? What's going on in here? Oh, what the
Ayande's here.
Ayande, don't come in this house. Don't come in this house, bro. Don't do it, man. You're literally trying. Yo, you're committing a crime right now, bro. What? No. You kick bitches out, kick me out, nigga. You ain't inside, bro. You ain't inside. I'm inside. Come kick me out. No. Yo, fucking pussy. Yeah, exactly.
But this is when Myron, the big alpha male, the big dog,
Can't even lie. He said, I'm in now. He said, come out, come right here. I'm in now. What you gonna do? I'm not gonna lie. He would have got rocked. He would have got rocked.
came outside with that packing that and said, this is what we doing here. Now, once he had that thing out, he offered Allende to come inside. And obviously, he wouldn't do that because, you know, Florida has a stand your ground law, which ultimately is a big cop out, in my opinion.
Come on in, man. Come on in, then.
Oh, you got a gun?
Come on in, bro.
I'm afraid of a gun, nigga?
Okay, come on in.
Pussy niggas need a gun for a nigga that ain't
Come
got
on in, then.
Remember that.
Come on in.
Only a bitch need a gun.
Now, if you got a gun to protect yourself, that's a whole different issue. But knowing that you have some sort of disagreement, issue, or, you know, disconnect with somebody that you used to employ, and they want to have a conversation that ultimately escalates to hands being brought out, as a man, you bring out the hands, but you don't bring out the hands on the gun. That's a little weird to me. Now, people are saying, Omar, this is a one-off. You know, Myron is still a big dog. He's one of the big guys. But let's not forget about the fake robbery. Let's not forget about the time that he didn't want to fight Preach. Let's also not forget about the time where he had to cuss out Asian doll, because that's what real men do. They cuss out women.
You know, this is like the fifth time I've told you that, right?
Yeah, sixth time.
Like, stop.
He mean as fuck.
I'm not mean at all.
Okay, I don't care.
Have you been here the whole time?
No.
All right, then. So you don't know what was
I
happening,
don't
right?
give a fuck.
How you gonna come on somebody's show, not know what go down, and say, "Oh, you're mean"?
It don't matter. I can say what I want.
Okay,
Just
well, you can get the
fucking
fuck off the show
freedom of
too.
speech. I don't give
Man,
a fuck.
Get off the show too.
chill, man.
Like, bro, you gotta show a little bit of respect
bro,
on the platform.
It's
is
cool,
respect.
bro.
You talking about some other
Chill.
shit. I say you mean. It is what it is. What the fuck you want me to say?
That's
You
not the truth,
mean,
though.
You mad about I said mean? You grown as hell.
What?
Yeah, well.
Okay.
Asian Doll went on that podcast,
Damn.
got disrespected, got disrespectful, and when Myron had the opportunity to do the normal Myron things, he bitched up. He didn't do what he normally does. Naturally, he's going to take to the internet when given the opportunity to defend himself because he couldn't do it in front of somebody's face. But this is just all building a case as to why Myron is a joke. Ultimately, he is not the guy that he claims to be, and why people should look at him as the top dog loser. If Andrew Tate is top G, he's top L for top loser. And don't forget, every time he gets a chance to call out black people and their behavior and call it low IQ for simply just existing, he's going to do it. It's amazing how he hated on the AMP guys for having their Ferraris and having their cars.
I saw that and I was so confused on like, why are you talking shit? Bro, they up right now. Like in every aspect. Why are you clowning them for being up? That's weird behavior, bro. Like what? You don't want to see people win? You ever seen that? What was it? Is it from Boondocks where it's like, where the I think it's the dad sees the son. He's like, did I catch you trying to be shit? Smacks him in the face. Like, I can see Myron being that dad. Like, yo, or you think you're going to be more successful in life than me? Stabs his fucking son in the fucking face. Fucking pussy. I don't know.
At the gas station, chilling and recording some content. But when his good buddy Fresh does the same exact thing, when he does the same exact content, it doesn't mean anything. It's not low IQ black behavior. It's nothing to even call out. And then it's something that we definitely didn't touch on this channel. There was a time period which Myron, and in order to find a new identity, new crowd, went totally off the deep end and started to fall into these right-wing spaces by dressing up as KKK members, throwing up Hail Hitler signs, Nazi salutes, etc., etc. I mean, totally going so far off the deep end that nobody, and I mean nobody, would look at him and say, "Ew, you are some sort of black man who should be proud of themselves. You should literally look at yourself as some sort of disgrace." And it's funny because when he tries to pander to these audiences,
Wait, is he black? I don't even know what he is, bro. Like, I don't. Middle Eastern, so it's not Middle Eastern.
They honestly don't even respect him, which I think is a sign.
Okay, well,
you're gonna have to either kick
you're not
me
gonna
out
have
or whatever.
You're not gonna have a conversation with him. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, well, this dude's a so whatever. Fucking British guy, like, dude, I know you're mad about
Mate,
1776.
black men are like most likely to fuck other black men. You black.
He's not British. He's not British.
I'm sorry, sir. It's a fucking white space. We know that.
I know.
They're the fucking rules.
If you are doing racist bullshit and the racists don't even accept you into their places and spaces, then that means that there is something wrong.
Wait, why would you go into a white room and what? Like, you go into a white room trying to shit on black people, and even the white people not even fucking with that. Like, yo, nah, this gotta be the, yo, bro. Put the fries in a bag, bro. Get rid of this guy, bro. Like,
with you as a person as a whole, like your insides as a whole.
They don't like doing that shit. White guys were all like, yeah, well, I said we. Yeah, well, not me.
He's white. Ugh, self-hate doesn't look good on you, but it looks fitting at the same time, Myron. I think the reason that Myron goes through these different phases is because, one, the platform is dying and failing, and this is one way to continuously try to keep themselves engaged and in front of people's faces. Like, they are so far away from self-help for men. It is absolutely ridiculous. They aren't providing any tangible or beneficial things that they used to provide, even though at that time those things were still slim. He's not providing any of that anymore. Two, because he might truly just hate himself. Like, anybody who can accidentally call themselves a white man, fully put on a KKK hood, even if you don't identify with black Americans, if you identify with whatever, knowing that that's what that stands for, I feel like that's just silly. Connecting yourselves with some of the people he connects himself with, acting this way towards the people that he acts towards, like, it's all just weird behavior. And the only way that somebody could really describe it is if they hated themselves. And three, I probably call this person just a coward overall, especially when he does these things in places and spaces in which he's comfortable. I applaud all the content creators that have really harsh stances and go out there into uncomfortable and unrecognizable territories to have these conversations, continue these debates, and challenge people that sit on the opposite side of them. But the reason why they do that from the comfort of their home is because they know that nothing will happen to them. Myron knows that nothing will happen to him. Like, the one time when he did find out what would happen to him is when he called out Preach's wife and challenged Preach to a fight.
If y'all want to talk shit, come back in the studio. We'll talk about it. Or we could box somebody too. But not
First wants to box with Preach, bro. First wants to box with Preach,
bro. So you know what? Come back to Miami. Let's box it out. How about that? In 3 months.
You want to fucking do this shit? Let's go. Both of you. I'll be in US next fucking week. Hold up. We'll put gloves on. Because not only this, that's why I have a problem. Now, you talk shit about my wife.
This nigga Preach is married, probably to a fucking beluga whale somewhere.
And you talk shit about my country. Said that he was about to send me on a boat to my country, to Haiti. Cool. I'll drop by your fucking studios.
Now, I don't believe Preach to not be a man of his word. He hasn't shown me anything to believe otherwise. So when he pulled up, I was expecting Myron, the alpha male supreme, to pull up too. But, you know, I was lofty in my thinking.
You want to fight? That's what you said. Okay, let's do it then. I was texting French. Let's do it. Put some gloves on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We put some gloves on. We box it out. You said you've been nice in the gym and you want to box me out? Let's go.
Do you stand by those comments today?
I said what I said.
Now, obviously, it didn't happen because Myron is a person who shouldn't be credible. And I think all of this is just a case as to why he is America's biggest loser. There's a lot of people on the internet that are saying he shouldn't even be classified as a black man anymore. And honestly, I'm gonna...
So he is black? Doinks.
I have to agree with him. If he's connecting himself to a white man, then that's fine if that's what he wants to do. I would even drop the white label because I don't want to generalize white people as a whole and put him over there as if it's some sort of punishment. And then I would drop the label as a man as well because honestly, I don't think that this is how men operate. I don't think that they go around riling up women, being racist intentionally for clicks and views, aligning themselves with other people that don't want him in their own reality, and then challenging people to hand-to-hand combat, but then than ducking the smoke or pulling out their gun anytime that they get a chance because they know that they've created a mess that honestly they can't even handle. So now they're doing it the easy way. They're going the easy way and running from their actual battles. I wouldn't classify that as a man. At this point, the only way to classify Myron Gaines is by his deserved and rightfully earned title of loser. And anyone who goes on those platforms and aligns themselves with his ideologies will from here on out be known as a loser as well. Yeah, and that goes for the lady that got hands put on her as well. She's a loser too.
Why is everyone
I don't. He read him for filth. Like I don't know. I don't know. Like it makes sense. You grown as hell. Got real quiet. Yo, dude. Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, nothing's wrong with disagreeing with a woman in any way. I just think for you to consistently curse and argue at a woman is like so comfortably is so weird. Like it's so backwards, bro. Like ew. Like you feel me? Like I don't know. It's fucking weird, bro. It's some weird ass shit.